Hello world and hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I have a storage problem, and it's not that I don't have enough chests here. I have plenty of chests. I just don't have shulker boxes. That means that during some of these projects where I am very much terraforming a lot, getting a lot of dirt, getting a lot of sand, getting a lot of stone, I'm filling up these chests very quickly. Also, I have color coded some, and I probably will continue to do that over time. And the only amount of shulker boxes I have is here in my ender chest. And I even have 3 right there for what I'm planning to do next. And that is something that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I just haven't done it. And that is a gold farm. But that doesn't help me get shulker boxes, does it? Yes, it does. I will be making a shulker farm, which is yet again something I haven't done before. Now, the shulker farm, I know, is something that I can't create on my own. I'm going to have to use someone else's design. So once I get to that, I will tell you whose design it is. And with the gold farm is also a solved problem. People know how to do the farms. People know how to make really good farms. But that just takes a lot of magma blocks that I do not wish to gather right now. So, I've gathered a good amount of magma blocks, and I'm going to build a gold farm that I think used to be how you're supposed to do it before people actually solved gold farms. And I'm not looking for it to be perfect. I just want to get gold from it. I'm probably not going to go there too often. The shulker farm, however, I feel like I'm going to need a lot of those. So I'm perfectly fine with spending the time and doing it right. So, let's see how they turn out. Oh yeah, I don't think I've shown you my nether recently. I've had an enderman problem, and this area is getting real messy. But sometime a while ago, I actually went ahead and found my way onto the nether roof. So this takes not too long because I'm actually pretty close to the top of the nether, but I did also successfully break a hole in the roof, which honestly took me less tries than I thought it would take. So now I have access to the roof, and this, of course, is where I'm going to build the gold farm. And like I said, this is just a farm of my own creation, using my own brain, simple abilities, simple just mechanics and how this all works. Nothing crazy. Honestly, could be better. And you'll see some changes I make in just a little bit. Alright, my friends, it has been about an hour from when I started building this. It actually only took me about half an hour to do this, and now I've been staying up here for half an hour more. Let's see what my rates are. It is odd that some of them don't want to fall down, but I think that's not going to be too much of a factor. Let's see over here for, whoo, that's a lot of rotten flesh. Not that I'm going to need that, but good to have it. Now this is the gold chest, which I actually have in ingot form. If I wanted to, I could put it in block form, but let's see. Yeah, not that much. That's what I was afraid of. Like I said earlier, this is not an optimized farm. This is just the basic mechanics of spawning piglins and stuff like that. So I'm not expecting it to be too great. And honestly, with this only being half an hour, having 2 stacks of ingots, I'm not, I'm, that's pretty good. I'm okay with that. And I did put this dropper just in case there's any other blocks that end up in there. If it becomes a problem, I'll be able to spit that out into fire. But I think right now I should probably do some research and see if I can stop that from happening. I don't think it's severely lowering the rates that I have, but it probably could boost the rates just a little bit more. Alright, the changes I have made have helped. Pretty much what I've done is I just expanded the area, the distance in between to be 2 blocks and only let them walk on 2 directions. I did look at Nembomb's video about this. He has solved gold farms. He's done the math. He paid the budget on that. And there's probably some more things I can take from that video to optimize this. But yeah, one reason that I didn't want to follow his video is because I didn't need the experience points from it. I wasn't worried about it. And other than that, I really don't know. I probably could have followed his whole design, except for the part where I am getting the experience from it and also the height of it, because this is built directly on the roof, because my AFK platform is 128 blocks up into the air, meaning that nothing below the bedrock will spawn. Transition radio here. I completed a little bit more AFKing at top of the platform after what you just saw, and then I started to collect a bunch of items to make a shulker farm. Alright, I have been gathering resources using the shulker boxes I do have to be able to get ready to create a shulker farm. And as fitting as ever, I am using a farm created by Shulkercraft. And I'm assuming if you know shulker farms, you've seen this before. I'm still going to link it right into my live post. I still will link it down below. But now I just got to get to the end. I know I can make it in the overworld. I I just don't want to bring a shulker into the overworld. I thought that was going to go through. I am actually going to respawn the end dragon. Now my reason for this is pretty simple. The end gateway that is over on that side really isn't close to any end cities. So I'm hoping that wherever I get a new end gateway for is going to be a little bit closer to an end city. Because I don't want to have to fly all the way here to get into there, to have to fly all the way to the shulker farm that I have. I would like to have it be a little bit closer. So, like pretty much everything I do, first time I'm doing this. So there's first time for everything. I do have my bow and arrows. I don't have extra blocks. This should be fine. Wow. Terrible aim. Right next to it. Let's see how it goes. Huh. That worked well. Dang. You know, I'm very interested if this is one that I have visited before. Considering just how close it was to the other gateway. Ah, there is a ship. I don't know if this looks... Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, how fitting this is. I think I'll have to check the tape. I think this was my redemption elytra. After I had fully died in the void, I came to this one to get redemption. Or wait, no, this was the second time I died, right? This was where I needed to find an elytra to get my stuff back from the other stronghold. Not stronghold, End City. Ooh, this is a place of history. Now, of course, I still will build a shulker farm closer to the end gateway, but I think that means that in general this is relatively unexplored. Yeah, and I have shulkers right at the front, which should be pretty easy to grab. So, I do believe I need to clear one of these hilltops, so whether it be that one, or this one. But I think what more of a fitting place in the shadow of that, right by the gateway. I have a light Matica scan of the shulker farm, and I am also going to follow along with the video. Everything will be linked down below. Let's get to it. Whew, that was a lot. Um, that was a lot of scaffolding. That was a lot of blocks. Period. I'm glad to have that over with, but now I just need to get a shulker over here, and I'm scared of that, so I'm bringing you guys along. So let's see. Since I'm able to get those guys, to get this guy, I think I need to be about here. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I need to do activator rail. Turn that guy on. Good. And then now I gotta build this down. Okay. Okay, these are just gonna fire constantly. So I gotta be real quick. Why'd I hit him? Please don't teleport, dude. Okay, cool. He's in there. Good. Come on, move. Move. Nope. What? Oh boy, this is such good, very good entertainment by me, totally, right? This is hard. Ow. Have I gone 40 blocks yet? Is anybody else gonna see me? No. Okay. Why don't you want to move? Can you? Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Don't know why he's not moving. But let's see if I can. Nope. Right. What? That works for boats, not for. Can I just place? Nope. There we go. Come on. I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see. Come on. Come on. Okay, he's in the farm. Good, good, good. Perfect. He's in there. Alright, so now all this, what the tutorial says is all I need to do is come straight up to here. I'm just going to clear my hotbar. Come all the way down to here. All the way at the bottom. And then that's all I need to do. I want to see how this works. So this guy... Okay. Okay, so he hit himself there. Yeah, so he's going to try again. So I think he needs to hit himself. Oh, yeah, and there we go. Oh, I have two. Okay. And now there's a third, fourth. Wow. Okay. So what the tutorial also says is that to get this to be full strength, there need to be shulkers on all of those spots on the corners. So I think I'm just gonna see what happens. Probably will go AFK. Alright, I have been AFK in here, I think for an hour or two. I kind of did it for a bit, and then logged off for a little bit because I had other stuff to take care of. So I don't know how long I've been in here, but it is the next day, and I feel like I'm about to get hit by that. Nope, nope, ow. So yeah, I need to get to the chests, and I don't have an invisibility potion. So there's no way this is gonna go wrong, right? Alright, so let's see. I gotta get to the ender chest, and then I feel like I'm going to just need to dig underneath, but I want that ender chest back. Oh, yep. Gotta be quick, gotta be quick. Nope, wasn't quick enough. Wasn't quick enough. There we go. Okay, now I can get those to get out of here. Round 2. Sneaky route. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that pattern before. Sweet. Okay. Nope. This is going as smoothly as I expected. Okay, so let's see. That's where it begins. It'll be right here. Alright, here we are. I will probably lower this down a little bit, just so it's easier to access, but let's see what we got. Sweet. Almost a full shulker box of shulker shells. And this is going to help me out quite a lot. So yeah, if I need to come back for more, I will move this chest lower. But for right now, having that be empty and a practically full chest of shulker shells, I am happy with that. Let's get back home. I think I'll also take this time to right underneath here, where the chest and shulkers are. You can put a crafter, put a oh, I can't put a button. Okay, new idea. put the crafter, put a note block. I don't know if that triggers it. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, new idea. If I do a note block, have a observer looking in, an observer looking into it, and then down here, redstone line. So every time that gets pressed, that gets triggered. And then I have another redstone, another observer observing that one. Fill this back in. Put a crafter. So every time I want a shulker box, I can just, yeah, redstone, love it, absolutely love it. All right, so let's go ahead, since I have plenty of everything. Let's just have, oh no, oh no, oh no. Huh? What? 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 What was? What? What? I, I am so glad I got that on recording. That that's incredible. That's oh no. Oh no. I forget that note blocks could pick up that signal. So let's try to replicate what I think was happening. So with crafters, every time you change a state, or every time you change a slot, the state changes. So what I think was happening, yeah, that's showing it right here. So because that note block changed state, it's making this change state, which is looping back in itself. So I think if I was to place this here, yeah, I wouldn't do it. But I have a feeling if I just change one of these, oh. So what caused that? Oh, what? Boom, boom. So that didn't cause it, but doing that. Okay. So that's confusing. Oh, I gotta redo this again. Um, man, I was hoping for a compact way to do that, and I was sorely mistaken. All right, with everything put away, I have come up with a new idea. So, it's kind of the same as the old idea, but I will need a little bit more materials. So, I will put the note block right there. I will put the observer, still looking into it, but the difference is that instead of it being deposited right out next to it, I'll actually, and yeah, I put my shovel away, but I will have it output actually 2 blocks away through the block, and I think that should work still. So if I put that down, get on out of there, put that on there, put the crafter there. Will I hear it? Yep, crafter fails. Okay. So let's do a small test just to make sure that it doesn't duplicate itself. Cool. Okay, so that only does once. So now if I put this all back together, and then, yeah, there we go. Then all I need to do for maintenance, open that up. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And now, whenever I need a new shulker, I'll open up my inventory for you to see it. Boom. Just goes straight through the floor. Kind of. Alright, I just want to explain this mechanism real quick and what went wrong, because I feel I did a bad job at that. So how this works is simple. The observer recognizes whenever the note block changes, updates redstone signal, and that signal updates this crafter. But the thing is, whenever this crafter gets powered, it actually affects all blocks in that plus sign that's next to it. So when that note block is directly next to it, that note block got updated, meaning that the cycle started again. Crafter got triggered, note block got updated, cycle began. So now, that doesn't happen again. Don't know why it was hard for me to understand. This is how redstone works. I should know this. Well, I have been AFK here as I've been editing, and that's a lot of gold. When I first finished AFKing here, I did have a full stack of blocks, or pretty much a full stack of blocks, just in ingot form, and I made a lot of those into powered rails, which I didn't end up using because I didn't need to. I thought I would need to move the shulkers a little bit further, so I prepared for the worst. So I think I'm going to leave the episode at there for now. I have a few ideas of what to do next. One idea that's still been evading me is what to do with this nether portal. So leave comments down below, what should I do over here, because I really don't know. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. I realized that with my last video, since I uploaded it on a Tuesday, YouTube didn't really show it to many people. So that lighthouse in the back there, this might be some of your first time seeing it. So go ahead, check it, take a look at my channel, and take a look at some of the other videos I have made, especially that last one. That lighthouse was a bit of a struggle. Anyway, my lighthouse is making a good impression. And yeah, everything else is temporary. All of that will be changed eventually, but the rock is probably going to stay. I am very happy to have my 2 new farms here. They are going to be very helpful as time goes on. And I want to thank you all for joining me yet again for another video. And I hope to see you next time. So stay tuned. Should be seeing you next week. And I hope you have a wonderful week in the meantime. Be good to yourself, be good to each other, and be good to the world. This has been Radio, signing off.